We are live. Alright, so what is up, everybody? Whoever's gonna be viewing in on this, I go by Pronto, as you can see by the channel name. I'm a musician. I've been making music, releasing music for about a year and a half, but been making music um, my whole life, from drum sets, guitars, pianos. Um, so now, being an artist and having to like produce my own music, I figured there was a bunch of stuff like I learned on the way that I can share with you guys now. So, just before we get started, today I'm going to be making beats, but I wanted to explain the stream a little bit. So, um, my whole goal here is just to put out content that people can relate to, people can, find value from, and hopefully resonate with. And then, hopefully create fans along the way. Or, long term viewership, whatever that looks like. But, um, yeah, so I'm not like classically trained in music theory or anything like that. I've only been programming drums for a couple of weeks. Um, but there are some things that I can share. So, without further ado, I'm gonna get started here. Let me switch this off. Turn this on. So, I downloaded a couple of loops today to get started making music with. I got 3 loops, all kind of different vibes, but just gonna go put them all on, load them up. And these loops I got from Looperman. That's a website, B.A.N.D.O. Another good one is Splice. These are a couple examples on there. You can find pretty quality loops. Um, any different kind, like drum loops, yeet style loops, things you can use in West Side Gun beats, stuff like that. So, I know I got this one's unnamed. I'm gonna start with this little Tekka beat. That one got a good melody. I like that one. It's like a gunna type. Alright, I think I'm gonna go with this first one. Just lay that down. I think the BPM is like 135. And you can tell the BPM, so say you download a loop you find off there, you drag it in to the finder. What you want to do after you do that, if it doesn't say the BPM on there, this one doesn't. I don't think any of them do. So yeah, like this. Usually loops end in bars of like 4 or 8. Even if you get it one that ends, say 16 bars, you can time stretch that into 8 bars, and you time stretch by this little piece right here with the numbers. I don't know. Oh, if you look right here in the hint panel, in the left-hand screen on Fruity Loops, you'll see what you're clicking on and everything like that. So you head up here to the tempo panel, and you want to drag it. You can drag it up, then you see the BPM goes up. You can drag it down, You want it to line up perfectly, and you see it kind of just locks into place. You can make sure it's right on key. Play the um, and up here you got your pattern button that's gonna play a drum pattern or one shot pattern or whatever pattern you're working on. These are not gonna be a part of the pattern. If you're gonna look for these when laying down tracks, up here in the picture section, you have the keyboard icon. That's your pattern. So your drum patterns, 808s, kicks, hi-hats, things like that are gonna be here. And then this one is your audio clips. So once you got that dragged in and the BPM matches, make sure you can just click song up here and the metronome. I like this. What I want to do, I think, so I usually don't go in with necessarily a plan. I'll take a loop if I'm feeling uninspired, or if I'm inspired, I might start from scratch. But for this stream's sake, we're gonna start with the loop, but I'm gonna do some sort of pattern, excuse me. And now you can make sure you got your first pattern selected. And I got a bunch of one shots, but for this video's sake, say you don't have all these, you can go down to the search bar where you find your loops and packs and stuff over here, and search up auto and drop in this auto gun instrument. From what I've heard, this has like millions of sounds, so you can find different synths, different vocals. So I'm just gonna turn this volume down. I like to lay the pattern so I can listen to them both at the same time. We'll keep it there. And then I believe this one was in B minor. It said it on the website when I downloaded it. But if you don't know the key that you're going to be working with, if you're starting with a loop, you want to double click the loop, or you can do it from there. Right click the sound wave down here and edit in audio editor. From there, there's a little flag button. Click that flag, go down to detect pitch regions, and it'll say it up top. So B, D, C a lot. And whatever you kind of see the most is what it is. I know offhand though, it is in B minor. So I'm gonna look for that on this first pattern. Sorry, I'm still new to this Fruity Loops thing. Alright, so this first pattern, gonna open up your sounds. Up here, is this is probably what you click on the most. Up here you got your piano roll, so this when you're playing the things you drag in. You're gonna use that a lot for like 808s, for rolls, hi-hats, stuff like that. And then you have your channel rack, which is this right here. That's good for like laying down quick patterns. I like to lay the drums down in that. I think that's pretty standard. And then this is your mixer. So you have all of your different channels, and then you can attach various. You can do the clap on this one, the 808 on this one, and over here is where you'd apply effects to each of those. So yeah, we're gonna start with making this melody, and then right click, open in piano roll. I'll lay the B6 because I know it's in B. I'm gonna lay that B note down first and go from there. I like to work by ear because I don't really know music theory or anything like that. Uh, I cut it, that's why. Alright. Alright, now so that I just kind of got by feel. So when I laid, go to this. When I laid this down, I like to usually in my loops, as I keep streaming, you'll see examples where I do otherwise, but I usually start out with that first note. I know that loop was in B, so for the pattern, I started on that B note and then just kind of listened in my head to what I would kind of like that pattern to go. You could go higher, or like I did. And this is, I believe, so learning the little bit of music theory that I did. This is like the tension chord right here. This sounds out of place, in not as much with the B chord, but compared to other ones. So I created some tension here, and you want to build up to that repetition. And then you can kind of create a little bit more suspension with your chords. Everything in music is tension, building tension between notes that clash with other notes or chords that don't sound as good. Um, and by the end of the loop or the pattern, making it sound good. So that's the resolution. And the tension comes from those odd notes out. So you see the F sharp is the only sharp note. You got a B, an A, an F sharp, an E, and a D. So the F sharp is an odd one out. And then you see down here these two notes. I did like half measures, I think you would call that. Just to create a little bit more suspension. You want to maybe go really low or really high, or maybe chop it up. Do something unique towards the end of that loop so that when it repeats, it's not as boring. It kind of satisfies the listener. that's what you're looking for. And then that's another thing I like to do. Say you went down for 4 bars. For these second 4 bars, you can maybe take that same pattern going upwards. I like to get the sound of it before I get the maybe the pattern, or start putting chords together and things. And then maybe it just sounds good as it is. Alright, I think that's enough for the melody, at least for now. And then I'm gonna start doing the beat, the drums at least. Um, so just to explain what I did, um, for down here, these little sticks are the velocity, so how hard the notes are hitting. And I think that's about normal. Might be like right here. Okay, so this is about 75%. I dropped it down to like 67 and kind of randomized it, picked which ones to kind of raise and not raise. Um, went over. I put it right here. You can select your mixer track. You can target the mixer track you want this instrument to drive its sound to. Um, Loaded it up and put on a reverb. Put a lot of the wet, which is the post um, reverb sound. So take a clap, put a bunch of reverb on it, and it'll echo. You take out that dry clapping sound, and that echo is kind of what I was kind of exemplifying, or just kind of make it stick out in this beat. Left a little bit of the dry signal in though, raised the bass, and did a good low cut. So to bring out some of the mids in raising the bass, while also cutting the lows, which the bass is a part of the low end of a sound. So then I threw on a compressor to kind of just level it out with the track. And in fact, I'll even merge this just to kind of blend it in. At least that's how I kind of pick up what this button right here does, at least. And I'll even probably raise the volume on this. And then I just raised the highs, so the high ends of the frequency of that sound, just kind of just to blend it in, because the other one I lowered. So for that auto gun synth sound, I kind of lowered the frequencies of the high end. And now we're gonna start pattern 2. So drum programming. So you want to go to one shots. I think they got some decent sounds, but you're really gonna want to invest in some good one shots. That's what's gonna take any regular drum pattern to a really good one. Are those one shots? So you can see to the left. I got a bunch. Dr. Dre, some Weekend drum kits, Metro Boomin. That's one of my favorites for 808s. I personally really like the rough 2001 sound. So like songs like Forgot About Dre, Big Ego. But I like to play the song and then just kind of go through the sounds, pick each one. Not really a method to the madness as far as picking which one you do first. But sound selection is really key. You want to have a hi-hat that matches your song. You want to have a kick that matches it, and an 808 especially. So you do that usually by playing the song. And I think if you want to start off with anything specifically, go ahead and start off with 808s, just because they take up most of the beat. As far as mixing and what the listeners is hearing. So you want to pick one that sounds really good with the melody that you're working with. So I'm gonna go. This is a personal favorite of mine. I really like that one. But I'm gonna play the song and then just look through. Alright, so I think we got like the base of the sounds. And then from there, just want to start with the hi-hats. That keeps the pattern going. Usually take that out before put the hi-hats in. You can right click that and fill each two. That's pretty much your standard rap tempo. That's what this sounds like. And then you got every 4 repetitions. So that I think that would match up with the tempo of the beat. This is double time. So you do that. If you're on Fruity Loops specifically, you want to look at, you see these patterns of gray, red. So the very first notes of each, you'd kind of be signifying the 1, the 2, the 3. So a snare typically goes on the 3. So that's every 3. And that's the 808 on the 1 right there. Alright, so as far as mixing the drums goes, the 808 should usually be the loudest thing on there. You can even apply that to a mixing track. Apply the 808 to a mixing track and raise the volume if need be. Or a good trick is to open that channel rack, click the 808, and click this knob right here, the effects knob, and push the boost up just a little, which essentially is like the gain, so raising the volume. What you also can do when you're laying down 808s, just to be more in control of how long they ring out or don't, lower everything except hold and raise that all the way up. Go into your piano roll. And now play it like this. Lets you get the exact hold you want on there. I'm gonna even, just to hear like that bass melody, I'm gonna go in and mute that synth or whatever that was we laid down earlier with the auto gun, and then go back into the drums just to find the right key for the 808. be honest, like if you really want to take it further. Because, I mean, with just this, you got, good high frequency sounds, mid, and then that mid to low. Um, and then for the 808s and drums, this pattern.
This beat itself so rich.
808s, kicks. Kicks usually pair good right underneath where the 808's kicking, at the same time. Forgetting. So, for hi-hats, usually, pretty much in every song, it's like underground stuff. It got rolls somewhere in some way, shape, or form. So, for a hi-hat roll, when you set it to beat every two, it's gonna look like this. You can come in and drag the notes along, stretch them out, pause, and hit Option A. I think that might be Control A on Windows. Drag this over the one you want, the selector tool. Option Option R, and then you get a roll like that. Now focus on just doing the rolls first when I'm like working on hi-hats. velocities, and to pan them from left and right to randomize that. Option A is to arpeggiate, so get those chops in like a single bar. Another thing you hear often is rolls going down. So a typical placement will usually be you put the loop or your starting melody up front. I'm gonna do something different. Alright, so take that first pattern. Sometimes what you can do is just the easy way would be to clone it and then make sure so pattern 2 is now pattern 3. The new pattern 2 is this brand new clone of pattern 1. So you're gonna go into pattern 2, then go over to that melody that you made. And what you can do to create change throughout the song, even though it's slight, command up and drag everything up an octave. And probably, because that's like 1 to 2 octaves up, but just to make it sound fuller, copy and paste that. And throw them down here, so now that's what this is. Might just take that loop out and make that synth the focus from here on out. That sounds official, so I'll run it from the top. That's pretty much it. No, I'm playing. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I would do. Maybe for this section right here, you could switch up the 808 pattern or the drum pattern, because it completely drops off for like 4 bars, 8 bars right there. So that's a good spot to do that. But yeah, I'd say this is a good first live beat making stream. I have a producer channel, produced PROD by Pronto. I'll probably upload type beats from these streams over there. Yeah, tell me who it sounds like, who you could hear on this beat below if you learned something. But yeah, appreciate anybody watching and thanks.